Welcome to Houston Real Estate Radio. I'm your host, Shannon Register, and every week we bring you news and information you can use on your real estate transaction. Today we're talking a little bit about home maintenance. This segment we're talking about your annual checkup on your house. There are lots of things that you as a homeowner have to do on a house, and this is important for people out there renting houses to know what they're getting into when they actually flip the coin and start and buy a house. There are some things that you're going to have to do monthly, weekly, annually, quarterly. And so that's what we're talking about today, kind of your annual checkup on your house. What should you be doing? And the reason you want to be doing these things is to prevent really from having those issues when you do go to sell it. These are the things you want to do to just maintain it as you go so that you don't have problems when you do sell it. So I brought in Joe Poole. He is a home inspector and brings us lots of great information. He's with JP's Real Estate Inspections. He's the owner over there. He does inspections himself, does a great job. And so we're going to talk with him. Before we do, let me give you the call-in number because I know some of y'all are going to have questions. That number is 844-788-9444. 844-788-9444. You can call in 24/7. That's our question line, and then we'll answer it on the radio. All right, so welcome back, Joe.
Thank you. Good to be here.
So let's talk about the annual maintenance things, the things that you only have to do yearly on the home, the things that you want to do, because if you don't do them, you could have problems to where your home warranty may not pay for it. Because you're not maintaining it correctly. So what are those annual things that you need to do to your house?
Well, the most important things to me, Shannon, that regards to maintenance is your HVAC system.
Heating and air conditioning.
Heating and air conditioning, which people don't know. That's what that is. Mm-hmm. That's the most large ticketed item that can cost you just by simply not giving it proper maintenance.
Okay.
First of all, what I recommend is monthly or either quarterly replace your air filters. Mm-hmm. That could prevent mold from growing into your system. Mm-hmm. And also, too, it can save energy on your light bill because if that filter is very dirty, that motor is running hard. Mm-hmm. Also, I recommend...
and I think it depends on what's in your house as to how often you have to do it. If you don't have carpet, you may not need to do it as much. If you don't have pets, you may not. But if you got a dog shedding all the time or 3 dogs in the house, you need to do it all the time.
Yes, you do, because that if a return filter is near to your floor and you have carpet in the area, that's a high traffic area. So as you walk in, it's breaking up fibers and it's sucking right into your return grill. That's a once a month maintenance.
Okay. All right, so now annually you need to get a checkup from your heating and air conditioning company to come out and they actually look at it. And they're looking to make sure your freons, you got enough freon in the system. What else are they looking for?
Also, too, what they also do, and they to do a maintenance yearly, is they actually come out and wash your system down, definitely outside your condenser. Because with pollen falling, cutting grass, your unit is actually sucking in dirt, trash, grass. That can also cause a restriction on your system to actually function as it should. Okay. So I recommend that definitely.
And what about the outside unit when you're cutting grass? Do you have to worry about all that grass?
Yes, when you're cutting grass, that's a big must, because if that system, like I stated, if it's operating, is actually sucking or drawing grass right into those fibers. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing I always recommend. If it's off, take a water hose and wash it down. Okay. If you do have a blower, you're blowing grass from around it, definitely keep a lot of dead grass from around it, because that also saves the life of your system.
All right, let's talk about landscapes. Since we're kind of talking about outside the unit, let's talk about the landscape. What has to be done to really maintain the house? So in other words, I'm thinking about houses that I've sold that have had issues. If the limbs are touching the roof, that's usually a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem, because as the wind blows, those limbs are actually destroying your shingles. Mm. You also want to keep branches off the house, because it also can discolor your paint. Okay. Because cosmetic is a big plus when it comes to purchasing a home.
Is there anything else you can think of other than, doing your yard and mulching annually? Anything else with the landscape that's important for keeping your home maintained?
Well, one thing...
I know for safety, you want to cut things back.
True. Landscaping is a plus. Now, also, too much... if you have too much landscape around your air conditioning, that can be a problem as well. Also, I always recommend yearly, quarterly, is to put maybe like an ant bait around your foundation to prevent ant beds from building up, because they also can go into your weep holes, go right directly into the house.
And they also eat landscape lighting. I found that out the hard way.
Oh, no doubt they do. They do. I mean, they actually can drown outer light, prevent it from shining.
Yeah. Okay, what about what other things around your house? I know you need to change the batteries in your alarms and in your fire detector, your smoke detector.
Yes.
Also, if you have a carbon monoxide detector, you want to change batteries in that.
Yeah, yearly. That's a big plus, because most smoke detectors today, they will alert you with a chirp to state that the battery is low, replace it.
Yeah. What about your water heater? I hear some people say they flush out their water heaters. Is that necessary?
Well, I don't really recommend that. If your water heater is being used practically every day, you're washing clothes, you're taking long showers, that water heater is actually being reflushed.
Okay.
Now, if you have a large home, or if you may have extra bathrooms you do not use, occasionally I recommend is to just go in those areas, turn water on, and just let that water just flush out, because that water can become hazardous, because it can start smelling like rotten eggs.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
And then also, too, another thing, if you have a bathroom and you very seldom use it, occasionally go into that bathroom to turn on the basket just to fill that P-trap, because if it's not full and it dries out, you can have sewer gases going throughout the house.
Okay, yeah, that's not good.
No, that's not good at all.
What about foundation? Anything you wanted to do to maintain your foundation on your home?
Right. Well, if you have a sprinkler system, that's a plus, because one thing about sprinkler systems, that when they also spray in your yard, it drops water right near your foundation. So that preserves your home from settling. Have a lot of settling and foundation problems. That's a plus.
Okay. Energy efficiency. That's a big thing right now on everybody's mind, keeping your home very energy efficient, not having to pay so much in your utility bills. What kinds of things can you do around the house to make your home more energy efficient?
Well, right now, a lot of homes are going green. If you hear that word, going green, what is that? But if you do have an older home, one thing that I recommend to maintain good efficiency is to have your home properly insulated.
Okay.
Also, too, if you're gone all day, don't have the blinds totally open. Just may have them cracked a little so that some light can come in. That also saves energy. You also, too, maybe want to keep your temperature at a setting of 75 to 76 if you're away from home. That can also save energy.
But you never want to turn the utilities off.
No, you never want to turn the utilities off, because that could do more damage in a home than good.
Okay. All right. Some elderly people live in a home and don't use some of the appliances because they don't need to. Maybe they eat off paper plates. They don't ever use the dishwasher. In cases like that, how do you maintain those appliances?
One thing about a dishwasher I always recommend is to turn it on at least once a month, because one thing with a dishwasher, it has rubber seals. And if that dishwasher is not being used, those rubber seals can dry out. Okay. So if you do use it one day, it's going to leak water everywhere. So periodically just do a dry run on it. Just put a dish in it and just let it run for a small cycle. At least you maintain the life expectancy of that dishwasher. Okay,
and what about pools? A lot of people have pools. Do they have to clean them all year round, or can they wait till spring and clean it all out?
Well, one thing about a swimming pool, you do want it to operate yearly, but in the winter months, you can run it less.
Okay.
So
keep it cleaning the whole time.
Exactly, because you can prevent algae from building up in a pool.
Okay.
But in the summer months, you have to add chemicals to it, because with the warm weather, the water warms. If it's not circulating, algae can build up.
All right, very good. Joe, if someone needs a home inspection because they're making a purchase this spring, how can they reach you?
They can reach me by dialing 713-906-7302. Or they can reach me by dialing 713-906-7302 by sending me a text.
Okay.
They can also visit me online at www.jpsrei.com or send me an email, joe@jpsrei.com.
You're just available all over the place.
Hey, I'm 24 hours.
But you are mobile, and so people can access you on your phone through.
Exactly. They could send me a text, email, Facebook me.
All right.
I'm there.
JPSREI.com. Joe Poole, he's the owner of JP's Real Estate Inspections. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors here on Houston Real Estate Radio. We'll be talking more about the annual home checkup. You want your home to have an annual checkup in lots of different areas. So we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors here on Houston Real Estate Radio.